Routing. This is a word that you might have come across if you own a smartphone. In this video, I am here to I'll try to explain to you what is routing, its set of pros and cons, and more importantly, should you route your device. Hey there, I am Animesh, you're watching Everything Techie, and this is Tech Simplified, episode 1. Let's get started. First of all, what is routing? Routing is essentially the gaining super user access. Gaining the super user access. So, what is super user access, you ask? Let me ask you one question. What is the internal storage of your device? 32 GB, 16 GB, 64 GB, or 128 GB? Can you use all of it? No, the answer is no. Why? There are system partitions allocated for several tasks, like installing applications. There is a separate partition for that, and you can't use that to do anything else, like copying files. You can't use that. And there is a set of partition. There is a partition called system partition or the root partition, which is allocated, like you can see here, which is allocated and is not accessible by a normal user. So to access that, you need to be a super user, and that process is called routing. Now it all makes sense, right? Custom ROMs, read-only memory. The system partition is a read-only memory to non-root users or just regular users. That is why the name custom ROMs. So I hope you now know what is routing. So now let's get to the pros and the cons. So starting off with the pros. The first pro, the biggest advantage, is also its biggest disadvantage. How is it a big disadvantage? We'll talk about that in the cons section. Well, first let's see how it is a big advantage. Well, I hope that's not audible. After routing, after gaining the permission to access those system files, you actually have the permission to control anything and everything that you have installed on your smartphone. You can de-bloat it, you can uninstall bloatware, you can enable navigation keys if your ROM supports that, you can underclock or overclock if your ROM supports that, or you can even change the ROM itself without much hassle. So the advantage is also the biggest disadvantage. Well, how? Now that you have the access to the system files, it's just like granting any other permissions that you give to any app, like allowing contacts, allowing reading of SMS, allowing the GPS information. The root access is also like that. You can grant permission to the apps that require root to function. Well, if most of the apps are quite reputed. Most of the root apps that YouTubers recommend or most of the blogs recommend are quite trustful. But if you come across a shady app and you don't have the full knowledge of the app, it might even brick your device. So it can break your device and things can go bad if you don't have the proper knowledge, or if you are not connected to the community. So that is it, the pros and the cons. The biggest pro is the biggest con, and yes, that's it, the pros and cons. So now the most important question: should you root your device? Well, if you are willing to go through a steep learning curve and are willing to learn some things, then yes, go ahead. If you have some spare time, if you want to change how your device is, go ahead, root it, tinker around with it, you'll learn some things. In the process you might break your device, but the community backing the whatever modding thing is quite great. So I don't think that you should have any problem getting your problem solved. So yeah, that is it for this video. This was my sense on routing, my experience, whatever you can call it. I hope you guys have learned what is routing. Should you root your device? Will you root your device? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video, give this video a huge thumbs up. What should I cover next? Also let me know in the comments below. So that is it. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one, or in my Insta, link in the description. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care and have a nice day. Hey.